Hey everybody, I'm Andy Smith. I'm a 30-year comic book veteran, having worked for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Image Comics, Cross Generation, Ominous Press. You name it, I've probably worked for them. And I do other things art-wise outside of comics in the field of advertising. I've also written some books on drawing comics you might have seen. Drawing American manga superheroes, Drawing Dynamic Comics was my first book. And I also did the handy little How to Draw Superhero sketchbook where all you need is a pencil because you do all the work right inside the book. Enough about that. This is the Book Look series. The Book Look series is where I grab a book off my library. You can see the tons of books I have behind me. And I go through it page by page with you so you can see if it's a book that you might want to buy. I like to know what I want to buy before I buy it, and I feel this is a way to give you some insight into these books. So join me for today's book look. Thanks. Hello everybody, it's Andy Smith, your host with the most, with another sketchbook book look. I had to get around to my buddy Bart Sears. He put out these little sketchbooks called Odds and Ends, 2012. So 11 years ago. Wow, time flies. Of course, you know I have them. So let's look through these and get right to it, shall we? My buddy Bart Sears, I love these little sketchbooks. I told him he needs to put these together in a nice big one, 8.5 by 11 book, and run them as a campaign. Look at that Iron Man with some of his rogues gallery right here. Classic Iron Man costume. Love it. I love how Bart just goes big with everything. Look at these discs. They're huge. His arm thingies right here are just freaking huge. Great characters here. Look at that dude's face and stuff. Just really, really cool. So love that. A lot of these are commissions he did. Inhumans. Nice. And then you get some behind the scenes, an initial sketch, finished piece, no clue what it's for, doesn't matter. It's just cool. You can really tell looking at Bart's stuff, you know, with the graphic nature of it. I know he's a fan of Mike Mignola. I know he's a fan of Steve Rude. And you can kind of see that in some of this stuff. Of course, this is more rendered coming out of the shadow work with the cross hatching that he's so good at. But he also does old pieces, 1986. That's from, very cool. And I remember him doing this probably 28, 29 years ago. Never finished it, so but I think he did sell it, so whoever owns it, looks just like that. Look at all that hair. Oof. That is crazy. I would not want to ink that. No. A couple sketches for something, who knows? Oh, look at that. He's a fan of Mignola, like I said. Does himself a Hellboy. Mignola-esque, which I think is pretty freaking cool looking. I love the way he did the jacket like that. Just a nice shape to the whole thing. Weapon X, Days of Future Now. He actually drew, it was a 5-issue miniseries. He drew issues 1 and 2, then quit. Went to DC. I picked up and drew issues 3, 4, and 5. He did draw all the covers, so you can see his cover sketches here. And then a final cover right here. Mark Pennington did the inks on the whole thing. Hard to find trade paperback. Oh, this is old. This is there Whitman? Nope, he signed it Sears. But it is from, oh, I can barely read that. 90, 91. I don't know if that got printed in Wizard or not. Nice concept design for some chick. Don't know. It's more concept design stuff. Very cool. Look at that Frankenstein. Apparently, on this arm, they got the right length. On this one, they had to chop up some dude a little bit more to get the right length for his arm. More sketches for, I don't know. And then a Wolverine commission, which is also from, I think this is 1998, that says. different type of rendering style. That's, you know, that's what I like. Bart plays around with these different styles and stuff of rendering. Very cool. Savage Wolverine. Con sketches. This was for Tony Cottrell's Advent Comics, who I've also done some drawing for. Covers and stuff. Very old here. This goes back to Hero Alliance. So this could be 1985 or 86. This is What If Hulk. And I don't think this ever came out. This was something he might have started for Marvel and it never saw the light of day. That's got to be General Ross. It's the Hulk with a mustache. So, this was a commission he did, I remember, because our mutual friend Rob Hunter did the inks on this. This thing is huge. I want to say this is almost 20 by 30 or something. It's bigger than a 2-page spread. Man, I would love to have seen Bart draw the X-Men in the early 90s. Look at this little cartoony dude here. Cactus guy. That is a Thor version of Thor, I believe. Some more sketches here. This, I'm not sure what this was done for, but I love the layout of the page. I love that character here. Not sure who she is, but I love that character, Sunder, from the old Ominous Press days. If you didn't know, Bart did an issue of Killer Instinct. He did one issue of it, and that was an ad that Valiant ran for it. This is from like 1994, 95. Power Girl. I gotta say, I am biased towards Bart's Power Girl, even over Adam Hughes. It could be because I first saw Power Girl in the pages of Justice League Europe. Oh, don't want to miss a page. Not sure what that's for. This was a cover for Classic X-Men. John Beatty actually did the inks on that. I remember when John was inking it, we were sharing a studio together. A couple con sketches. Whoop. Oh, this is old. This is Hero Alliance with inks by Rick Bryant. So going back to the Hero Alliance days for Innovation. I don't know if this ever got printed. This is Patriot. It was supposed to be for Marvel when they were doing that Shadows and Light series. So I don't know if it ever got printed. But it'd be a shame if it didn't. He did ink it himself, 1997. This, believe it or not, when I worked on the wrestling comics for Titan Publishing, WWE Heroes, I got into a little bit of a deadline crunch and asked Bart if he could do some layouts for me and I could do the finish inks and stuff, make it look like my stuff, and he did. So that's one of those pages. A little behind the scenes. Hellboy. Strontium Dog, I believe this was a cover for. So Bart doing his craziness, downshot stuff, all the characters in rendering. He likes to torture himself. What's cool about this, if you could see it in black and white inks, this is the lightest part of the cover, and then as it fades back, there's more black and more lighting and stuff. So it really is drawing the eye right there to the main character, Strontium. I don't know. Oh, another character for Advent Comics right there. I actually inked that. Page from his 4 issues of Captain America that he did. I thought were really freaking cool. I loved his cap. Talk about a super soldier. Look at this dude. Yeah. Legion of Superheroes Karate Kid commission. Love this Batman commission. I really like where Bart's going with Batman, where he gives him this real slick, wet-looking cape, and it's just so liquidy and stuff. I dig that so much. Just some studies, I guess. This is a cover Bart did for Advent Comics. Like I said, he and I both have done covers for that company, Tony Cottrell. Deadshot commission. Little Exo Man of War. This goes back 1995 or so. These were supposed to be for a calendar, I believe. And then we end with Whitman in 91. That's Bart's middle name. He did this for Wizard Magazine. And then somebody paid him to recreate it in 2011. Sort of. Obviously different angle and stuff. So it's kind of cool to see 91 to 20 years later. So it'd be cool to see Bart do a Venom book as well. So that's Odds and Ends number 1. Let's look at number 2 now. Cool Thor. Once again, I really like the stylization of the cape here. It's all about shape and stuff to work with the piece as a whole. Exo Man of War, that new costume they gave him. I know Bart's done a couple covers for him. I would love to have seen Bart draw Exo. Gee, Eclipso from back in the day. Look at all that craziness. So glad I didn't ink that. Not sure who this is or what it's for, but it is not a character Bart created, I don't believe. I believe he was given the reference and this is a cover or something. This arm would crush you. But I love the detail on the arm and then in the guns and stuff. Oh, this was another one. He did a She-Hulk as Whitman as well in 1992, and he did 2 versions. He did a bikini-clad one and a little booty shorts top-clad version of her. I'm looking at it to see if he re-inked these or if it's the same inks with just the patch. I'm going to say it's the same inks and these are a patch. So there might be only one original and it's this one. Look at that detail in that hair. Just gorgeous. All brush inking too. I don't know if you could do that today. Blade number 1 cover. Bart and I did Blade. Power Girl sketch from a convention. I just saw a recent DC comic with Power Girl, and she had a breast reduction. She went down from these down to like maybe a B cup. Pretty sad, unfortunately. This was a commission where these two were actually overlapping, and there's a background to it and stuff as well. So these are his prelim drawings he did to trace off of. So Maverick, always dug Maverick, and then Team X, Weapon, I don't remember his name, but he's from that Weapon X miniseries. Bart loves drawing the guns and all the weapons and stuff. He's just really good at it. Oh, some more layouts. This is a commission he did, G.I. Joe. Tell me if a monthly G.I. Joe book looked like this. I'd be buying it. I'm not even a big G.I. Joe fan, but if it looked like that, hell yeah. I can't remember her name. Oh, Hurricane, maybe? This is actually a character from Penthouse Comics. Bart did a bunch of Penthouse Comics stories. I did one 12-page story. I actually did get to draw her. I love the cape. Once again, the wrinkles in the cape and the way he has it flow, it just looks like liquid. And I love that. Another kooky, crazy Ellipso cover. Eclipso. I'm a dummy. Don't know who it is. Cool, though. Rough sketch. Finished drawing. Turok number 2 cover. Great dino right there. Uh-oh. I did not know there was nudity in this book. Power Girl getting dressed. So there's her outfit. Great wrinkles there. Exo 46 cover that Bart did when we started our run on Exo, where he drew 2 issues, and then I drew 2 issues, and then he drew 2 issues. Blade sketch. Here's the only other classic X-Men cover. He only did 2 of them, I believe. This is the second one. Mark Pennington or Randy Elliott, I believe, inked this one. Oh, he did half an issue of Mutant X for Marvel, and these are his roughs that he traced off from for a few of the panels. So if you're a completist, go get that issue. It's in the 20s, I believe. Titan for DC Comics. I actually inked this. This is back in 94. Sharing a studio together. I think I have this original, but now I don't remember. I have no idea what that's for. It's cute. Legion of Superheroes commission. I love these downshot angles like that. Nice deep perspective and stuff. Very cool. Great postures on all these guys. The Mask. 1994. We're sharing a studio together when he did that. Don't know what it was for. Violator issue 1 cover. Very cool. Mark Pennington inked it. Oh, this was a commission. I love this Avengers piece. Now, the cool thing is all these guys were drawn separately. And then Bart put them together in Photoshop. So the person that owns this owns all these individual drawings. And like I said, Bart put it together. But I love the height. Thor's taller than Cap. Cap is taller than Vision, Iron Man, and Hawkeye. They all have their unique poses. I think Iron Man, believe it or not, is one of my favorites. I love the big shoulder thingies and the big discs on the side and stuff. Great attitude for all these characters. Hawkeye's like, yeah, what about it? Very nice Scarlet Witch. This was a Image Valiant crossover piece. I believe he was doing for Wizard. Never saw print. Another page from his Captain America run. The only page of pencils I think he has from that little mini comic Sectors that he did back in the 80s before he started for Marvel and DC. I do have the mini comic. Very hard to find. Commission of Doc Ock and Spider-Man. Spider-Woman. Just a generic character design for something he was doing, a company he was working for. Prophet. This is fun. I don't know if this one got printed. So back in the day, I drew a Supreme piece. He drew a Prophet piece. And if you put them next to each other, the background would continue. So the background's the same. And the fun thing is, I inked his piece, and he inked mine, Supreme. The Supreme piece was printed in a Supreme annual, I believe, but I don't think this Prophet piece was ever printed. So, back when Bart was doing toy design for Toy Biz, this is, and I did some of them as well in the studio. This is what they look like. We did these 3 views. This is Hulk 2099. This one, of course, is totally done by Bart. This is a splash page from Violator, his rough that he would trace off from. He drew it probably a little bit bigger than this, not too much bigger. Another piece for Wizard. Don't know if it ever saw print. His Eclipso character design. Right there. A couple pieces he did for Wizard as well as Whitman. I can't remember which one they ran as the cover. I think it was this one. But he did 2 of them. I don't know. I'm sure he got paid twice. But I don't remember which one they actually ran as the cover. So, oh man, I'm blank on this guy's name, but he was from a, this was for a Marvel Universe book they were going to do in the 90s. I did a couple pieces as well. I don't think it ever saw print. This is from Exo Manowar. No idea what that stuff is. Don't know what this piece is. More toy design. When we did the toy designs, we also had to draw heads as well because the heads on the figures were too small, so we did heads that were bigger. This is a recreation of one of his Batman covers he did for Legends of the Dark Knight as a commission, just in pencil. Some design. A couple cover sketches for Exo Man of War. No idea what that is. And now this one was for Shadows and Light as well, the black and white comic Marvel did in the 90s. And this one did see print, his big-ass Colossus. So there you go. Odds and ends. Don't know if he has these available anymore. Probably not. I think he should put them together in one big 8.5 by 11 book and do a little Indiegogo campaign. What the heck? Can't hurt. Guys, thank you for joining me on this little view of sketchbook book look with Bart Sears Odds and Ends. I'll be back next week with another sketchbook. Until then, please check out Kor-Drath The Reckoning. You will love it, I guarantee it. And I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye, everybody.
Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.